Hey there. Happy New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2024. And I just wanted to, put together a little video here. I've been watching the Zook brothers have so much fun putting their 2025 goals and teaching people how to make some goals. And I have some thoughts of my own on how to go about doing that I figured I would share with everybody if anybody has any interest. And if not, that's okay too. But I found some things that have worked really well for me. And basically, I want to talk to you in this video about how to create goals that will actually get accomplished this upcoming year. And here's the thing, if we don't figure out how to do this properly, then you're going to continue to run into the same exact problems over and over again, which number one, you're going to run out of willpower. You're never going to accomplish what your goals and dreams are. You're never going to meet your expectations. And you're going to end up finding yourself in a state where you're continuously letting yourself down because the things that you want to do, you don't do. And all of this has the potential to lead you to a life where you know that you could be doing better, but for some reason, you just can't ever seem to get it right. However, on the flip side, if you start to get this right, you're going to be able to accomplish anything that you set your mind to, and you'll be able to start setting the flywheel in motion that it's going to allow you to stack one great habit on top of another. And then you're going to end up, once you start to stack those habits and implement continuous daily things, you're going to be able to experience far more wins over the course of a year than you ever even thought possible. So let's go ahead. Let's dive into 3 hot principles before I teach you the how. So, which, by the way, I'm going to go over 3 hot principles that I'm going to teach you how specifically to create these goals. And I'm going to show you some of my 2025 goals so that you have an example. And then I'm going to teach you what you can do right now. I'm going to give you 2 resources if you have an interest in it. So, 3 hot principles. Number 1 is winnability. And what I mean by this is so many people are going to set their goal as this final milestone. Let's say that you're on you would love to lose weight. You want to get to supposedly 180 pounds. Let's say you're at 250, you want to get to 180, and you set that goal right now. I want to hit 180 pounds in 2025. That's great and all, but you're missing the most important things that are going to be happening along that way are the small daily consistent actions that are going to get you there. So like everybody has this goal, but you have to have this habit system in place. And before you have the habit system in place, most people forget about the whole thought process and the thinking that needs to happen, as well as the belief system that needs to happen up front over the habits. But anyway, I want to talk to you really quickly. Zechariah 4:10 says, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." What does that even mean? So, all too often, we want to have this wall be built instantly. We want Rome to be built in a day. We want to lose 70 pounds overnight. And as soon as things don't start going right, we get frustrated, we get downtrodden, and before you know it, we give up, we quit. Willpower runs out. Our limited commodity of willpower, it's just gone, and we quit and we stop. And that's not, but one, God loves to see the work slowly be happening. He loves to see the development inside of you. But 2, when you can make doing the actions your win versus the end goal, then you're able to every single day be celebrating the win that you were setting out to accomplish for that day. So winnability, community, Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron. I don't have to dwell on that one a whole lot, but the people who you surround yourself with are, to a large extent, going to have a lot to do with whether you succeed or fail at a particular goal that you're shooting for. Like, let's face it, eagles love to soar with eagles, and if you're going to be somebody who's holding people back, then they're probably not going to want to soar with you. But if you're somebody who you're going to have a good, positive, upbeat, attitude, and you're striving towards amazing goals in your life, then you're going to surround yourself with those types of people as well. And number 3, accountability. So we have winnability, community, and accountability. And under accountability, find somebody who's going to hold you to a certain standard. Mike Tomlin says the standard is the standard. Whether that's true or not, I'm not exactly sure based on how the Steelers have been doing the last several games, but you want to find somebody who's going to hold you to a certain standard. That could be your spouse, it could be a brother, sister, somebody at your church, somebody who's a close friend, somebody who's maybe in some type of a business networking group that you're in. It all depends. But so those are 3 hot principles. Now let's talk specifically about the how. So here's what you need to do if you want to accomplish these certain goals. Everybody just sets this number in place. What they end up forgetting is, so if you want to have this final goal here, and I'm going to show you in a second here on 1 or 2 of my goals for 2025. So you set your goal. You want to break that down into 2 to 5 actionable steps. Now here's the key. Okay, so once you set these actionable items down, you want to make sure that the first one is something that can be done very quickly in like 2 minutes. Because here's why. You want to start a flywheel effect on your habits and those actions towards that goal. If you can quickly get some momentum, it's going to allow you to more quickly move into the next items that you need to do in order to accomplish that. But if you set something up that is so difficult right up front to get any momentum on that goal that you're trying to accomplish, then you're going to stay stuck. You're going to be like stuck in mire and muck and never be able to get the progress and traction that you need to. It's going to be so overwhelming for you. You're going to be lost and confused, and you're just going to throw your hands up in the air, and you're probably going to walk away from another goal that's going to leave you not feeling like you're going to accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. Like the dream and hope that you once had is squashed and gone. And you don't want to be in that situation. So you're going to create the end goal. You're going to break it down into 2 to 5 actionable steps. And the first one, again, is going to be something that you can ideally do in like less than 2 minutes. Okay. So let me kind of show you right now on some of the 2025 goals here real quick. Okay, so anybody who knows me knows that I try to operate under faith, family, fitness, and finances and kind of balancing that out. And I have under the faith area over here, 2025, I want to internalize 26 new scriptures, and I'm going to choose 10 of them by tomorrow. And then I'm going to be able to start to do, and I'm going to kind of leave that open. That way I have some flexibility. If I find a scripture that I think, oh yeah, you know what, that's one that I want to add to my mix for 2025, then I can do that. But the goal is basically to memorize one every 2 weeks. And I'm going to be getting to this here in a second. But this is my Life Rocks planner, and this is how I go about anything that I have on my goal list. This is how I go about making sure that those items get done. So, and then just kind of give you an idea of another one, like fitness wise, get to 180 pounds. I'm going to break down 3 steps or whatever it happens to be. Or actually here, let's take a look at this one. Lead 2 more Zoom-based Bible studies. Identify the books. So that's very easy. I could probably do that in 2 minutes, and I already have an idea for the one book that I want to do the Zoom-based Bible study on. But I have 4 distinct steps. I'm going to identify the books, when we're going to do the study. I'm going to publicize it so I can see who all wants to join it. And then number 4, basically schedule the weekly meetings and hold them. And that's how things get done. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how I could potentially help you with these now. I have 2 things that I can offer to you. If you're interested, message me wherever you're seeing this video. Message me. I have 2 things. Number 1, I can give you the PDF to this absolutely free. It's my Life Rocks planner. It's what I have literally, I think I went through several different binders, probably 4 or 5 different binders over some years, probably about 10 years ago. And I have been able to take the best items out of all of them. And I created my own Life Rocks planner. And I call it Life Rocks because the biggest stones that you end up putting into your jar, all too often, if we end up filling our jar with sand and the small items, and basically we end up getting lost on the bigger priorities, the rocks in our life. So if you can focus on planning really well and putting the big stones into the jar, you can still put sand around it and all the little details will happen. But if you don't put the stones in first and you put the sand in, and all the little details are going to you basically wipe out any of the big rocks, the big goals, the big hopes and dreams that you have in your life, you're never going to end up getting a chance to accomplish those. So that's why I call it my Life Rocks Planner. And again, I can give that to you for free. Also, secondly, I'm happy to give you my Obsidian file that has the 2025 goals, so that if you use Obsidian, Obsidian is a personal knowledge management system that I've kind of fallen in love with over the last several years. You can utilize that if it can be of assistance to you. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing what you can accomplish with your goals in 2025. And if you have any thoughts on if anything in the video struck a chord with you, or anything that you could add, feel free to leave a comment. I'd be happy to get back to you. All right, guys, make it a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.